Majors between the side of Alliance and Team Liquid, and this is of course MLP Dota and John X Fine joining you once again. John, I've only asked you once today, and it's bugging me. I can't help myself. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. It's been an action-packed second day of groups, last day of groups. You said last series, Mike. It might not be. It really depends on what happens here, because it would have been pretty clear set if Liquid beat out OB Neon. But they lost that one 2-0. Neon, again, have been popping off today. If Liquid don't win, there could be tiebreakers, especially if, I think if Liquid goes 1-1, that's enough to force a couple of tiebreakers here. So Alliance, really important to at least take a game off of Liquid. Now, the last time they faced off in the DPC, Alliance did take that one 2-1.
Okay.
So it looks like the Alliance boys do have an edge in terms of reading what Liquid does, but Liquid, for their part, are a bit unpredictable as well. So you can't just count that in. And of course, they're hungry to stay in the major. They might have been caught off guard by Neon's performance. They're going to have to gather back together for this last series here, or potentially last series, and try to bring something out. The draft already running through, some strong picks for both sides to open up with. Puck coming out for Liquid, Alliance dipping into the DP. So the two most contested heroes at this point, just making it true. But Liquid do pick up that Tiny, and we have seen Liquid build lots of strong performances off the back of that Tiny.
Absolutely. Now, John, I want to ask you, just to reiterate, what do Alliance need to do to be in the running? To still have tiebreakers? Is there a particular scenario they need to happen?
They just need to win at least one game.
Right.
I think... let me just check the standings.
All right, I'll let you double check.
If they... No, they need to win 2-0.
Okay.
Like, even just getting a draw leaves them at the bottom, because every other team has had one series.
Okay.
So Alliance really needs a 2-0 win. They need to pull that performance they did in the DPC, replicate it up against Liquid, and try to force a clean sweep. If Liquid wins at least one game, that is it. Yep. Alliance is bottom, and that is the end of their journey. So they've got to pull out all the stops here. We'll have to see if they can carry through. Do have the Shaker coming out here for Alliance in response to the Tiny. Now, that's a hero you don't see too often here in the Singapore Major. It's really faded out, but you still have potential with the Shards timing. You still have potential with, say, Ags coming out. Maybe even a Morphling pick down the line if Liquid don't ban it out. Could be an option for Alliance. Don't really know if you want that Shaker Morphling cheese, but if your back is against the wall, that is a very stable sort of surprise pick you can bounce back into.
Every time I see the Shaker, I can't help but think of Morph ES, right? The time the shards came out, and I remember seeing those Earthshaker shards and thinking to myself, TNC's, they've seen this. They're going to do something. And TNC, of course, immediately ran the Morph Shaker. Secret was watching that game. They were very, very they were very interested in what was happening. Then they ran it the same night. I want to see it again, John. I mean, I know the shards got nerfed. I'm kind of upset, even though it was one of the most broken things I've seen in almost 20 years of Dota. I want to see it again. It just makes me happy. Yeah,
it's busted is what it is. It's really strong. It's funny. You think about the last LAN we had, Shaker Morph, and you think about this LAN, potentially Shaker Morph coming back in. It's been a year plus, Mike. It's been 2 years almost. I don't know how I feel about that still being popular that long afterwards, you know. It's been a while, Mike, but it's certainly possible. I'm not writing it off. It could be something that Alliance dips into. Again, it's been left in the pool. Liquid opting to ban out the Beastmaster, the Darkseer instead. Alliance taking out the Oracle first, just to ensure that there's no saving grace here from Liquid. They take out the Lone Druid, so the key Liquid cheese heroes, quote unquote, their specialties are sort of taken out, you know, kind of preventing Koivka from maybe pocketing an LD pick. We'll see if Liquid sees that. Like, they have to see the Shaker Morph as a possibility here, surely.
Yeah.
No. They banned the line, so it's still in the pool there.
I don't think Shaker Morph is that broken anymore with the Shards nerf anyway, but I mean, obviously you can still make it happen. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out, by the way, to a man named Prophet on Twitter. He was actually messaging me earlier on, trying to give me some information about the potential ties. And he brought up I'm trying to find the word here, but the opportunity for Liquid to, assuming they had 2-0'd Neon, You know, they had the power in their hands to either let Alliance through to tiebreakers or force them out. But in an ironic twist, now Liquid's fighting for their own life. And so is Alliance.
Yep.
So Neon's safe. They're fine. They're good. At least for now. Assuming Alliance can't get a 2-0 victory for themselves. Mars will be the pickup for Alliance, by the way.
Yeah, they're holding off on showing that combination. As you mentioned, it has been weakened, but it's still popular in a couple of regions. Well, maybe just Southeast Asia, but it's still strong in the right hands. Mars here for really is. Mars for Alliance does force Liquid to take the Phoenix, so they don't have access to the Phoenix-Mars combo. It kind of opens up for Alliance whether or not they're going for support DP, Mars off lane with a Shaker 4, DP 5. That's something we've seen a couple of times as well to pretty decent effect. And Alliance can keep their core pickups for last. Liquid, of course, with a Phoenix. We have seen a lot of great Phoenix plays. Just need to see if Liquid can play around with it. They've got the Puck Phoenix combo, which has been super popular. Dream Coil and Egg just being online allows you to win a lot of team fights. And you already have the toss back to break the Dream Coil anyway. So there's a lot of options here for Liquid. Alliance, we need to see something come out that synergizes with Mars. Shaker Mars is pretty nice to maybe at least allow you to set up an easy spear. But beyond that, there's really not much yet to maximize your Mars arena control. DP alone just doesn't feel like it cuts it. So we'll have to see what else is an option here for Alliance.
Absolutely. You're wondering as well, John, has anyone actually made the reference to you and Blitz yet in the chat? Because I haven't been reading. It's surprising.
Yeah,
because we usually get it every single time for you.
I think there was something on Reddit as well where they were like, why did Blitz change his name to John
Oh, shout out to Blitz. Love that guy. Never met him, but
yeah,
you know he's a great guy. Doing a great job with Liquid too, by the way. Obviously.
Yeah. They need to win this one, though. I need to tell myself to win. Blitz, which is apparently me. So I'm Gremlo, and I'm also Blitz. I have so many split personalities, Mike.
Yeah.
So many split personalities.
You're an interesting character, John, that's for sure. Alliance, 30
seconds. Oh, and don't forget.
Go on.
Don't forget, they also call me Mikke. I'm also Mikke. So I'm also playing in the series right now.
Are you really?
I'm all of the Asians.
You are a very talented
People think I look like him.
You're very talented. Undying.
What can I say?
Not much, hopefully, John. Undying is the pickup for Alliance. So another hero that we don't get to see so often anymore, but still pretty potent in the lane. Looks like they really just want to try and secure the safe lane and make sure Nico Baby has the freest time of his life. Team Liquid, I'm sure they have plenty of experience up against Undying. What do you want?
This does kind of signal the core DP coming out, though. Looks like Limp will be taking that mid, and S4 will take the offlane Mars. Maybe you swap those roles around. Mid Mars is less common, but still something that can come out. Liquid, Witty and Dying up. You don't have the best ways of clearing the Tombstone. You only really have the Puck. Maybe Phoenix can get a couple of hits in. But I don't think you're too worried about the Undying in this case. Like, I guess Tombstone plus Arena is strong, but Liquid just go for the PA anyway. So confident pick. We have seen PAs go hit and miss. In this case, I think it's pretty darn good. You worry about the Mars Arena, but I wouldn't be too surprised if you just kind of opt for Battle Fury BKB. Wouldn't be too bad. If you really are worried about the control and the silences, then you just have no issues. Like, Alliance has nothing to deal with BKBs, and you just kind of run them down once that's up. The team fight is still very even from both sides. A lot more sustain on Alliance, but you can't discount the Phoenix heal. So there's a lot that can play here for both sides, but the timings for Liquid are a bit lower. Exorcism cooldown's just that much longer. And I love that Alliance are still banning out Cheese Hero. So taking out the Broodmother, don't want it. I mean, they have the Shaker. They're still worried about the Brood, you know?
It's Liquid, John. You can't take any chances with these guys. They'll do anything for the win. Especially in these kind of circumstances, Liquid are definitely going to be pretty desperate to get these wins. At least one to tie out the series at minimum and make sure there's no tiebreakers, but preferably a 2-0 if they can. I'm very intrigued as to what Alliance is going to try to go for in that safe lane. That's the thing. Like, we've seen plenty of heroes popping out for Alliance. Nothing really looking amazing today. Are we going to have to bring back a Nico Baby special? Do we go into something crazy like the Medusa?
Perhaps that's one way to kind of handle the egg as well. You can force the team fights your way. Ignores the BKB, of course. So it's got a lot going for it in this pick. You have the lineup to kind of stall as well if you want to. Arena plus the gaze is really strong. So I don't mind it for Alliance to just worry about the pacing. We've seen Liquid really just play super fast with her Tiny. They're just all over the place with the team fights, all over the place with the ganks, and that might be something the Medusa can't keep up with. And Liquid, they already took out some of those cheese combos themselves. They take out the Morphling. So there is no option for Shaker Morph here. Not going to be appearing for Alliance. They didn't prioritize it as a pick. They're going to have to look elsewhere for that Nico Baby special. And Liquid looks like they are just lacking their offlane perhaps here. So we're going to have to see what they do bring out. There's some option for team fights left. You've got Tidehunter if you really want to just go for Ravage with the egg, with the Dream Coil as well. But not really necessary when you already have the Puck Phoenix. So it's still fairly open for their last pickup here.
25 seconds to think about it. Feels like it's always these two teams as well. Like every tournament we go through, these two teams somehow end up being in a deciding match somehow. And I feel like this happened many times already, especially over the past maybe 6 months or so between these two. We'll go into the Razor. All right, so just one of those lane dominant heroes, doesn't really care for the Undying. Undying tries to steal some strength from you. You steal his attack away from him. Alliance, they are going to go into the Weaver again. Interesting.
We've seen Weaver really be hit or miss. Like the damage output doesn't feel amazing. It's always something you have to point out. It is a good way to deal with the egg though. Very stable way of just ensuring Insania's egg does not go off. And the Razor doesn't really do much against a Weaver, but Koifa can always focus on maybe the Mars, maybe the DP. Those are better options to just build your damage up. But even then, if you can keep up with the pace of a Weaver, run around, we have seen very fast Razors, right? Like travels up and you're just really quick. The Weaver Shukuchi doesn't feel like it would be enough to break the link. So Koifa could still maintain that down the line. Alliance with this draft, it's one of those drafts where, again, they look like they want to play fast. Nico Baby on the Weaver, we're looking at Javelin into likely Maelstrom timing here for him. Run around the map, help his team in the fights. Win fights, take objectives with Limp. For Liquid, they've got good team fight. More on stall, they don't have amazing push in this case. Stall out for the PA. They've got really good pickoff potential with Taiga's Tiny and really early timings with Koifa's Razor, so they can kind of stall out the game, get the farm up, and the PA should be able to farm faster than Weaver if it does hit the Battle Fury timing.
Okay, fair enough. Get into a game number one between Alliance and Team Liquid, just about to get underway. Did I ask you the hard question yet, John? Who has the better draft in your opinion?
I'm gonna have to say Liquid. Like the Weaver, it's not a very easy Weaver game. You've got Dream Coil to worry about, so you have to time your time lapse really well to ensure that you have it on hand for when the Dream Coil comes down. Otherwise, you just can't Shukuchi out. You've got really good burst on Tiny to deal with a Weaver. Like you just throw stones at the bug, it dies, it gets squished. That's the same case here in Dota. Taiga should be able to get the avalanche toss. Once he has the blink, the Weaver's going to have to be very careful, again, with initial time-lapse timing to survive the burst. And Alliance has to clean up their gameplay. Like, we've seen them be a bit shaky today. Their performance needs to tie up, but just from the draft alone, Liquid is looking a bit tighter with the heroes they have on hand.
You always refer to the Weaver as a bug, John. Always saying, you know, it's going to get squished
and
things like that. It is a... Well, yeah, kind of, but... Show it a bit more respect than that, surely. Did you have some kind of, like... some PTSD or something with bugs? You seem very upset about the Weaver pick.
It's just very cockroach-like. I don't know, is Nyx more cockroach-like or the Weaver? The Weaver looks like a cockroach, except it's blue. And have you ever dealt with Southeast Asian cockroaches? They fly around.
No. I don't want to... John, I live in Australia. I don't want to hear it. Don't even compare. Don't try to one-up me when it comes to insects. Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's fair. How are the spiders doing that route, Mike, huh?
Very warm right now. We're about to hit winter, John. They are very warm and secure. Me, not so much. I'm very scared every night. Hot rune spot. But they do get a 3-for-1 trade. A great start for Liquid. Lions only able to snag one bounty away. So you've already got that slight net worth lead into the laning phase. Bit more regen for the side of Liquid. It's like Boxy's going to be in the offlane as well, John. They run the Puck offlane. So rather putting the mid-raiser for Kuiper. And Boxy should be there along with Tiger on the Tiny, of course. And they're going to be up against FNG and Nico Baby on the Weaver and the Undying. I thought they might throw the Razor in the off lane against the Weaver, but I suppose this works as well. How do you feel about it, though? The puck into the Weaver. Are they going to be able to affect the farm of Nico Baby in this lane?
They need levels to get to that point. They have to watch the spacing of FNG. You need to respect the burst heal and nukes from FNG as well once he gets his levels up. So just about timings here. If puck hits level 3, level 4 faster, if you can get a good silence off onto Nico Baby, shouldn't be too hard, especially if Taiga gets level 3 quick for the avalanche toss. So just gonna have to watch that spacing. Taiga already off to a really good start, getting the pull. He just wants to get that steady EXP on the Tinies. We tend to see Liquid prioritize, and there's no real punishment the Undying can do. FNG's just forced to try to zone out Boxy and get some hits, but this is not the initial presence you necessarily want on your Undying, just allowing the creep wave to be pulled away.
I like this little pull, though, from Nico Baby. Kind of keeping the creep wave over, but Boxy's actually going to pull it back. Where's he taking it, though? Round the shrine, or rather outpost. He's just going to go back to the tier 1 tower, it seems like, and try to reset the equilibrium of the lane. We'll have a look back at this lane in a moment. Of course, in fact, never mind that. Top lane Insania was dropping quite low on the Phoenix. S4 looks like he was getting a bit active on that Mars, but wasn't able to quite finish off the kill. And while we're here, John, the PA into the Mars, we talked about it. S4 should have at least a hero advantage going to this laning phase. Nikki, though, as the levels go up from the PA, I feel like there's less to be afraid about.
Yeah, you have the option to blink out. You have the option to just farm with Stifling Dagger. It's not the worst lane for a PA. It certainly is something that can get aggressive with a Shaker, but I feel like, you know, it's more potent if it's like a Rubik Mars. Shaker just doesn't offer you the same way of setting up. And there's always those weird interactions with Spear and blockable areas, so you have to watch yourself. Insane is doing a good job of just applying pressure with a Fire Spirit system. Oh, look at S4, he's dropping low. Yeah,
he gets a Spear off, but the Icarus dive will slow him down. The Courier even going to be sniped, and now Mickey can just move in. He won't commit all the way for the kill as Hanskin now shows up, but the Fisher is down, so they can go back in and pick off S4. Great play there from Mickey, just backing off at the right time, waiting out the Fisher. Hanskin getting a little bit greedy, trying to get a kill there with S4. It does cost them.
That's a really good cleanup from Liquid, giving themselves first blood. Even on the Phoenix, you appreciate that gold. You want to get some more regen on hand in the lane anyway. And you're just setting up the lane for Mickey. So the lane's going to be slightly slower for S4. He needs to really work the aggression here as much as possible with Hanskin. Hanskin for now is trying to try to set up mid.
Well, they couldn't get in range for the toss back. Had they gotten that toss, it may have very well been a kill. In fact, he's going back again, Tiger. He's a bit off the mark. Hanskin is here anyway. Fisher out. Might be enough. It will force Tiger away. Looks like Liquid probably are going to stick around for those 4-minute power rune timings. Just wanting to deny away the full bottle from Limp. Limp, he can hope to get lucky, but I don't think he can contest. As long as Kuiper follows him down, the Static Link might mean his own death, and the Fisher is out, but unfortunately the Arcane Rune is down bot. So Tiger, he'll go take it himself.
Yeah, it's a really nice rune for Tiny as well. Like, you don't need the power rune control on a Razor. You don't even have a bottle up here anyway for Kuiper. So you can maybe just get aggressive. There is a ward watching the movement from Taiga, so it's going to be hard to actually gap post, and Link should just be safe.
There we go again. Try until you succeed, they say. Liquid going on to Limp. Crib Swarm was actually on target, but Tiger is just fine. And Limp, unfortunately for him, is going to have to use the rest of his bottle up. And Kuiper should be able to dominate the lane. Pretty tough time for the DP now.
Kuiper is holding this lane really well. Ahead in last hits, ahead in levels now, just slightly. Hanskin's just constantly camping mid to ensure nothing else happens, but Taiga's still staying here. He's low on HP, he just wants an angle. They're just not able to find it, and in the end, I think this time is being expended by alliances a lot costlier for them. Hanskin really needs to help out S4. The PA lane's just becoming really free for Mickey, and without pressure in the PA early on, that battle queue time is going to be on point here.
That it will be. Having a very easy time so far, but so is Nico Baby. Only 30 and 6 on the Weaver. Boxy actually giving the tip over. Get chased down a little bit. Waning Rift away. So when you compare Weaver to PA, I mean, you're much more scared of a farmed PA, if anything. Weaver has felt somewhat underwhelming as of late.
Yeah, it's yeah, don't get me wrong, a fast javelin can still be impactful for Nico Baby, but you don't have the flash farm potential that a PA has. With Battle Fury up, no matter what you itemize, like Maelstrom fast, you can clear camps a bit quicker. It's still not the same as a Battle Fury, so you have to watch just how much you're willing to give out. To the PA, sure, Nico Baby is up there. You're slightly ahead of Mickey anyway. 300 gold so far in the laning phase and down mid.
Quite far. It's going to be all right. Even if they wanted to commit, he's still got that level 3 static link, ready to go whenever. Definitely not really worth trying to dive the Razor right now. In fact, Koipa is going to pop the ulti. He wants to push out this lane and try to abuse the siege creep he has. See Hanskin, he'll stick around just in case. Tiger is going to make his way over towards the bot lane, runs right into FNG, not the target he wants. Nico Baby just going to keep farming up that stack. Tiger is there a bit too late to try and steal it away.
Yeah, it's some good space coming out for Nico Baby. You do have to be cautious. Like, I saw S4 TP home from top. Now Mickey's leveled 6. S4 is at 4. It's about hit 5, but you are lagging behind on the Mars. And Boxy, in comparison, is still sort of keeping up. Has a level 6 spike, does not have the Dream Coil up yet, but at least is kind of keeping up in EXP. And that's all you really want in the offlane puck.
S4 just can't catch a break. So much damage being pumped out. Insania still going. Meanwhile, Limp and Hanskin going to come in from the river. Nice fish up at Mickey. He has the help. Tiger, being a bro, letting him blink over. It's one thing I really like about Tiger. He's always in the right place at the right time. Every single time.
Yeah, it just leads to nothing lining up here for Alliance. Good movement out. Limp, first exorcism. No push, no fight win. Look mid. FNG.
Yeah, in trouble. FNG trying to defend the mid tier 1. It may cost him his life, but no, he drops the tombstone. He'll survive. Koifa now, the one that's in trouble, is going to go down, and FNG will give the tip over. FNG, he's had a rough day. He finally gets a chance to tip somebody.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. And Boxy was out of mana, so he can't really fully commit there to back up the Razor. They get a freebie on Alliances, and they save their mid-tier 1 as well from any further push. But they have left the side lanes once more, so everyone else can just go back, try to get some EXP going, get Mickey some farm up. Taiga needs some levels as well on the Tiny. Should be able to hold that lane solo against a Weaver. You're not going to burst Nico Baby down right now. The level disparity is too high. Falcon Blade for HP is enough to kind of pad the HP out. But I think Alliance, Liquid are still sort of happy about this case. Like, Mickey is not contested, still keeping up. The Weaver is slightly ahead now, which is slightly concerning, but as soon as they feel like dropping Dream Coil on the Weaver, it should be relatively easy to clean up if they want to. Stacks,
of course, being made by Insania. This is something you can guarantee Insania will be doing pretty much every game. Alliance, they do know about it. FNG already got some wards down to scout all this out. You do have a bit of a draft that can go ahead and swipe away those stacks on Alliance, right? With this power spike on the DP, with the Mars, you can just invade that dire jungle and just start trying to steal them away before the Battle Fury is up on Mickey. See when Alliance want to do that. In fact, it's right now is the answer. Limp's going to move in. Heart's going behind him. Insania going to Icarus dive out. Tombstone dropped in FNG. He's committed, but Koifa is around to try and steal them back. They'll go after the Tombstone. It's a bit of a half committal. They're not committing all the way yet. Arena down now, but it's all too late. And now the cleanup crew is here. Mickey wants some free gold for himself. He's right onto Limp, and Koifa will take it. They dropped the Tombstone, but they kind of just started stepping back, and it looked like there was a bit of miscommunication going on there. Liquid, they take full advantage.
Yeah, that hesitation cost them. They even give away the Tombstone. At the least, I don't think the Tombstone died to any heroes. Looked like it might have been whacked on by a creep. So you're not... You did feed a couple of kills away there, and the only silver lining for Alliance is that Exorcism wasn't popped. It wasn't available, so you have Exos for a fight. Now, you really want to take some towers now for Alliance. If they want to keep invading that jungle, they need to take out some of those TP points. Mid is ideal, but at this point, just to give yourself a gold injection, you'd probably be happy finding top here.
Up top now, I think they're only going to be settling for a tier 1 tower. You haven't got the arena, so you can't really lock down the PA. Problem is, TPs are coming in. Insania and Tiger, they're ready to defend. So is Boxy. Just hiding and waiting, and Alliance may not be expecting this. Like, I'm very sure they're not expecting it, as now they move in. Dream Coil is out right onto that DP with the egg being forced. FNG holding back Mickey and Tiger for now, but he's probably going to die very soon. Arena down, but it is, again, just not going to be there in time. Hanskin moves in now with Nico Baby, but Mickey's out of there. Everyone is safe from Liquid, and Alliance, they're going to miss out. Maybe Boxy. He's not out yet. The puck maybe dies. Okay, they get something. Nico Baby gets a double kill now. Massive fissure out from Hanskin. Insania will still just Icarus dive away, but Nico Baby, he gets a triple kill. And so in the end, the Weaver just keeps chasing, and will they make it happen?
Yeah, it's a good amount of gold coming out. You're still not too happy about dropping the DP mid-exo, but they find a tower anywhere. So you take the teamfight trades, you find a tower, you get the gold advantage on your end, and this is what we need to see from Alliance. I love the activity coming out from Nico Baby on the Weaver. He knows he shouldn't be farming up. He just needs to be fighting while the Weaver is strong, while the PA is weak. I mean, Mickey still doesn't have Battle Fury, so you are really strong right now as the Weaver. You get a lot of damage off with a Maelstrom. You just need to apply that damage forward, and Liquid need to respect that power. Like, they jump in, they commit the egg, they commit the Dream Coil only onto one. The fight was too far apart for them to maximize their team fight spells, and the isolation there from the arena really did allow Alliance to clean up. So maybe having them in a tighter grouping would help Liquid's cause, but they're gonna have to look for the next fight to clean up. Perhaps getting the blink up on Taiga could help the cause as well. Just enabling more heroes to be caught in their combo would be big.
Up S4. Arena gonna be dropped. Nico Baby thinking about helping, but he knows he can't. Too many rotations coming in from Liquid. Boxy will get a bit of revenge now on the puck. Rest of Alliance back to farming for them. You've still got, you know, a really farmed Weaver at the moment in Nico Baby. You can just keep that up. This will go well. Mickey, he's still trying to get that Battle Fury. Very close now. But in terms of PA farm, it definitely hasn't started escalating quite yet.
No, it's still a bit behind for Mickey. Have to be worried about some of these support pickups as well. Hanskin is very close to his blink on a Shaker. 200 gold off. Once he gets it, he's going to get the slams off. There's a bit of a movement out here from Liquid, though. They do have the Egg and Dream Coil ready, looking for a pickoff.
FNG, he'll be happy to die for this. He's going to pop the Flesh Golem. Avalanche toss out from Tiger. Try and make a run for it, but the dagger does crit as well. He's gone. Tier 1 bot tower set to fall. And like you mentioned though, Hanskin's very close to that blink now. Basically one creep away, and that time is going to be very important for Alliance. They could really make some big things happen.
It should align fairly close to S4's blink as well. He's about 700 gold off. So once you have this blink up on these two heroes, you can constantly force these fights, force the engagements. The Battle Fury is up for Mickey, so he's not going to join the next few fights. He's just going to sit back and farm up. You can abuse that numbers advantage. Alliance can just, again, apply their pressure, apply their power early on, and really just start to wreck face. Like, we've seen just how much the durability of FNG can do, and the decay stacks start piling on. Liquid are squishier than they expect against the Undying, and Alliance can really just abuse it. Nico Baby as well, rushing a BKB means that Liquid does not have control. Like, they literally don't. Once the BKBs pop, you need a quick Ags on Boxy to counteract that, but he's not queuing that up yet. And even if he was, it would be a very slow build-up for Boxy to hit that Agnes timing.
Well, there's your blink up on S4. Hanskin has the blink. This is really, really big timing now. Big power spike for the side of Alliance. They're going to try and show these items off by pushing in the mid-tier 1 tower, but Tiger, that's a pretty nice avalanche. Just stopping everyone, but they get the fish around, and that should secure them the kill. It does. Tier 1. That's an easy with the siege creep. Limp, no need to pop the ulti for this. See, he tries for the deny, but doesn't quite get there. If for Alliance, you just back to farming now. You control a bit more of the map.
Yeah, they've got a lot of space to play with. They still have the threat of their teamfight spells. Liquid right now, they need to wait for the blink timing on Taiga. Really, that's the big one. Perhaps the blink of Boxy as well. And again, they have to be cautious about Nico Baby. I believe his BKB is flying in. So the Weaver is going to be a massive issue. You just don't have anything that breaks through BKB. And that just means the Weaver's not going to care for the Dream Coil, not going to care for anything at all. You're just going to have issues keeping that bug down.
Oh, that BKB time is going to be very nice now. Alliance, they have a huge spike. It feels like it's time to pounce for Alliance for sure. Like, Mickey's just trying to get that Deso up. Just about 1k away from it. Definitely a greedier choice for Mickey to go for the Deso first over the BKB. It does kind of indicate he's feeling quite confident and just wants to keep farming up, but here comes S4 and Limp, and they're going to punish this. Mickey actually walks the other way, and Blink Strike is going to be there in time. It's Tiger again, John. Tiger just knows. He knows when it's coming.
Yeah, that's just beautiful. So they waste the smoke on the lines. They don't manage to use their blinks, use their spells, except for Arena. They still have a chance to reset with at least the Slam and Exo. And they're going to make their way bot, just take some objectives. There is a blink up now in Liquid with Boxy. So they can jump in, get the Dream Coil, but you're not going to lock in the Weaver. You just always have to remember, Nico Baby cannot be your target at the moment. You have to aim for some of these softer targets, try to take them out while they don't have BKBs, and work it your way there. While they're stalling out anyway, Mickey gets farm. He is still lagging behind Nico Baby just a bit, but with a Battle Fury, it shouldn't take too long to catch up there on the PA.
Nico looks like he wants to commit to the SNY before getting any more involved with his team. Maybe just get the Sanj first and forget about the Yasha for a bit. Have that added status resist. Alliance, they have been rather patient. Like, you saw that initial gank we just saw with the PA. They didn't quite get it. You almost expect another smoke. Like, we haven't seen the blink echo at all from Hanskin. He just hasn't had an opportunity.
Yeah, they're eyeing Roche right now, so it looks like they know they've got really good control. They can just force a team fight in a tight area. You have to respect perhaps the egg here from Insania if they do manage to circle around there. But they don't really have wards. They've got the ward behind. Doesn't really spot the movement out, and the Roche is not going to take too long here with the damage they do have on hand.
No, and Liquid don't seem to know about it either. They do have wards around the Roshan pit, but it looks like they're either deciding not to come over, or they do not know. Mid lane is going to be forced in here, but a silence is out from Limp. They are going to try and go onto Boxy. Hanskin could not get the follow-up stun in time, but it won't matter. They got the Aegis on Nico Baby, and right now that's all Alliance really want. It's going to be tough to lock in the Weaver for those two lives. You're going to have to choose when to pop your spells. You have to watch the BKB use, watch the time lapse. Liquid, I think they understand right now they don't really have that much power. They're taking a step back. Taiga's saving up for the blink. And it's fairly close, so your tiny blink's going to be up. You can play around with the toss combinations on hand. We are seeing Koifka rush his own BKB now. There's a bit of a lack of damage on the Razor because of that, but with the ults, I guess you're just going to be playing Sapoy. Although, careful about the smoke. Okay. Maybe caught. No, S4, he doesn't blink in. It was by the tier 2 mid tower, so it is a bit dangerous. You can expect the rotations out from Liquid, so instead they go up top and they'll find Insania. With the control, they will get the kill. Nico Baby now 5-0-1. Alliance, they've been quite surgical this game one. Very conservative, but it is paying off thus far. And now FNG with this invis room. He's got vision over the PA. In Alliance, they are making their way over. This will be a massive pick-off. S4 has the arena, but misses the spear. He might just turn it. Fisher does connect. Arena does eventually go down. Echo committed from Hanskin right onto the puck. Blink strike out. Mickey's alive. He just wants an exit plan, though. Where does he go? Back in onto the puck. They kill off S4. The chase will continue. They might just have him now with the silence and the Fisher follow-up. They do get the kill in the end. It cost them the Mars. It's well worth it though for Alliance.
Liquid, again, they just don't have options to fight into the power of Alliance right now. So much team fight, so much control. The BKB from Koipa might help, but you really need the PA to dish some damage, and that will take Mickey's BKB as well, which is still a ways off. Blink up on Taiga. You could play for the pickoff games. You know Exorcism's down. You don't have to worry about that big team fight spell. The Slam is down as well. So it could be an opportunity for Liquid to just run and gun, look for a drive-by here, and try to settle the nerves of Alliance a bit, get themselves back on the map here for Liquid.
Yeah, tier 2 top tower going to be going down to Alliance. 7-8 with the 2k net worth lead. MKB queued up next for Nico Baby. Liquid, they've smoked up again. Towards the top side, Hanskin gonna break the smoke. Immediate jump in from Tiger with the avalanche toss, and now they're committed. They'll find both supports. Or FNG, he's still alright. He's gonna try and make it out. Nico Baby thinking about fighting. He's not gonna commit yet. Now Will onto Insania. With the easy Phoenix kill, but he has the Ghost Scepter to keep him protected, and now the silence is out. From our park, Arena down, Nico Baby. Force the time lapse and walk out, and now Tiger. Great avalanche toss on Boxy. He's got the Dream Coil. Kuiper's there. Onto Limp. They'll kill off the Mars. They'll kill off the DP. And Alliance, this could be a turning point for Liquid now. That was 4 heroes going down. They just stuck around a bit too long, it felt like.
It's a staggered response. We see Alliance do this, again, towards that mid-game. The decision-making just gets a bit awkward. Like, I don't think Nico Baby really needed backup. You might have just sacrificed the Aegis at worst, but he had a BKB to run. He did not pop it at all. I mean, he gets the save the charge. That's great, but you lost all your heroes. Liquid just gets a lot of injected gold from that. The Blink from Taiga pays for itself. The BKB now for Mickey is just one part away. So the PA BKB is going to be big. I mean, you're still going to have this Weaver that can do a lot of damage down the line, but the control's not going to be there for the PA. And Alliance will have enough time to wait out the Ags timing for Boxy. He's all parts away, but just about 1,400 gold, 1,500 gold off. And once you have that puck Ags, piercing through the BKB of the Weaver is going to be easy peasy. You have nothing to worry about anymore from Nico Baby once you have that piece of control up.
It's coming out very soon for Boxy. See that net worth swing just after that one fight. It's just been all over the place this game. So Alliance, they want to try and use this DP ulti, go down towards the bot tier 2 and start trying to get that down. Like Liquid will probably just allow it to go. It's tier 2 bot. It's, you don't really want to let it go for free, but it's not really that important. Liquid, they'll move in. S4, smoke's broken, they will spin out the Mars, but they've got the Phoenix with the silence out. Insania gonna try and back. Meanwhile on the backside, Mickey, he's already killed off Hanskin. There goes your ES, and now the egg is there from Insania. It's a really nice egg as well. Nobody around to target it. And Alliance, oh, they've started going downhill. Tiger, he bought back, he comes in for an avalanche onto Limp. Limp's still trying to survive. He's stuck in the tree line though. Boxy, he should have enough control along with the rest. Nico Baby will show his face, but it is too late.
Oh boy. It's Nico.
He has a 10-second BKB charge. He doesn't really want to waste it. Static Link is there. Boxy. No coil to lock him down. Kuiper's still stealing all the damage away. Now Insani is there with the Sunray. Again, there's just no way to hold down Nico. We do get the rest of the team.
And that's really big for Liquid. Clear gold advantage there and 2k up. The team fight for Alliance, again, just not panning out. And you're starting to see an issue with farm distribution. This is always something that happens to Alliance. Look at how far behind Limp and S4 are again. It's all on Nico Baby, that gold. And sure, a Death Prophet and a Mars don't need much to play with. You don't necessarily want to be behind this much compared to Boxy's offlane Puck, to Kuiper's Razor. The distribution's much better on Liquid's end. And they are lagging behind Nico Baby, but it's only Nico Baby that gets to live through. The rest of Alliance just fall apart. They need to have that power as a team. They need to be able to get better arenas off from S4. There's a lot of pressure on this man, on his Mars. But at the least with a lower cooldown on the arena, they can constantly try to look for opportunities if they wanted to.
It's kind of why in the draft phase I kind of recommended the Medusa, because if it's going to be like this, if all the farm goes to Nico every game, you may as well just go super greed. Just pick up something that actually can use the farm to its full effectiveness. Regardless though, I mean, the game's not over. It's just a 2k net worth lead. Still very even between the two. Dota Plus is kind of leaning towards Liquid, but 62%. Not too big of a deal.
Yep. You can still bounce back. Your Alliance is not lagging too far behind. There's enough opportunities to find kills that S4 can catch up, Limp can catch up from one good team fight. Alliance, for their part, the Axe is up in Boxy. So it's actually a bit scary for Nico Baby. He's just riding on the fact that he has this threat of intensing BKB. I have to say the fact that he has found no reason to use it is a bit concerning. He does have the MKB up. So the durability on the PA is not going to be there. Mickey is going to be a lot more prone to dying. I love that Mickey goes for the blur evasion, though. That is the preferable talent. So beyond the Weaver, no one else can right-click you down when you have the BKB. So you only have to worry about crushing Nico Baby. The rest will follow. Mickey's got so much more tankiness up front that he doesn't need to care about right-clicks from the Shaker or right-clicks from the DP at all.
Tiger might be in danger now. Fisher out. He gets an avalanche in time. Fire Spirits to fly out. Tiger still in danger of the spear. Will land. Lions, they are hoping for a Roshan, but it is 2 minutes away. No early respawn for this Radiant side. Liquid, it's lucky for them too, because that was a dieback on the Tiny. So a very long respawn. Lions are not going to be able to abuse that opening.
Yeah, it's and they can still kind of play forward without Taiga. You don't have a way of repositioning these heroes into a big egg, into a big dream coil. So it's Liquid's turn to kind of just be passive. They take the outpost as well right before the 30-minute mark. There's some time here for Liquid to swing back and retake the outpost though. But this could be a nice EXP injection for Alliance if they manage to hold on to it.
Well, they found Kuiper, Arena down. Egg immediately committed by Insania, and Mickey getting straight to work, killing off S4. Kuiper about to drop, but now the Weaver,
no.
He's been stunned up. He committed onto the Razor. God. It just doesn't work, Mickey. This is what scares me, John. When I see Weaver versus PA, there's going to come a point where PA just might be able to one-hit you, and that wasn't the case this time, but you saw how dominant the team fight is from Liquid.
It's the bash. Like, Mickey with a basher feels so confident. He gets a lucky bash off. They get the follow-up from the egg, really well-timed. Insania, knowing when to drop the egg in the middle of the arena, just giving them all those wins. The Roche is going to be up in half a minute as well. You find tier 2, it's going to be hard to access the pit for Alliance. And if Liquid stick around long enough to see that Roche respawn, Alliance are going to have some issues down the line. They don't have the slam to play with in the pit. They don't have the exorcism as well. They will have Arena, but Arena alone just doesn't feel like it's going to be enough to take control in the pit.
Now my enemies pay.
I feel like I never mentioned this, but I love the voice acting for Razor. Sounds so evil. Guy did a really good job, whoever it is.
That it is. No, it's maybe we see him in the anime as well down the line. Who knows? Still, smoke out from Alliance, Mike. They do not have Slam and Exorcism, but they want to make something happen so the Roche doesn't happen for Liquid here.
But what? You're 10k behind now. You've kind of missed that huge power spike. Scan out from the Radiant side. Nobody's in the Roshan pit. Liquid being very patient. Liquid understand that they're not the ones that want to be initiated upon. They want to counter-initiate with their draft. They're going to smoke up.
Ooh. Well, that's a good line. Really good line. No wards. They do have the high ground here on Alliance's end, but they might not have vision.
FNG, not quite the target they want, but they'll take it. That means no tombstone this fight, and now they really move in. They blow up Hanskin again, and Limp, he's gone. S4 staying behind. He really has no choice in the matter. Another triple kill out for Mickey. Nico trying to farm that Eye of Skadi up.
Oh. They're going to go straight into the pit. There's no team fight spells. I mean, no heroes from Alliance. They will have spells on the respawn. It's just too long. AC up on Koifka as well. They're going to be much more durable up front. This is Aegis and Cheese going the way of Liquid. And Alliance. Nico gets to live. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't do anything in these fights. Like, he stands in the middle, he gets static linked. Koifka's fast enough to keep up. And he just loses damage anyway. So the MKB has no impact. The investment is starting to feel misplaced almost. It's not Nico's fault. The hero's just kind of falling flat, and we've seen that be consistent with Weaver. Not just the durability, but the damage output just doesn't feel great.
Koifa, very confident positioning there from our Razor. He's going to get punished. Hanskin right in with the Echo, but Tiger saves the day with an avalanche. Now the cheese being eaten. They will turn around onto the ES. Hanskin, he knows he's gone. Mickey will take the kill. 13, 1, and 7 now on the P8. Right into a nullifier up next. He's overtaken the Weaver. Even though you've seen Mickey getting very active on this P8 throughout this game. And there's so much Alliance need to happen to win a big team fight. The last few ones we've seen, they weren't even close.
No, they need to get a really good arena, but the issue is Liquid actually likes the arena. When the arena's up, they know Alliance is clumping in, and they drop the egg. It's just the perfect time for the egg from Insania. So, I don't know how you decouple Alliance's team fight from the arena, though. That's the big issue. Maybe you just don't go for the big 5v5s. Maybe you just look for a pick-off. If you see someone from Liquid trailing behind, get a shot, or really just drop the arena, stay outside, have FNG drop like a tombstone in, right outside the edge, and just keep spamming Decay. That's one way to maybe win out. It's a level 1 Decay, so the cooldown's way too long to really maximize that kind of combination. So options are limited there for Alliance and looking for some unique angles. And Liquid are just abusing all of the movements. I mean, they see arena, they drop egg, you're fine. You're just happy.
It does start to feel like it's really more so up to Hanskin to get a massive echo off, but credit to Liquid, they have not clumped up and given the opportunity at all. And every team fight we see, you see Mickey just kind of jumping right in onto Hanskin. It's either him or Tiger getting the ES out of position, and now, well, speaking of out of position, Insania has been caught in the arena, but he might be able to get the egg off in time. In fact, it looks like he will. He won't even need to commit it yet. The backline just being ripped to shreds by Mickey. He'll jump in after the DP. They've got the Weaver with the bash. Nico, can he get out of the egg range? He can in time, but Mickey, I don't think he's done. After the DP, they'll get another. It's only Nico left again. A 4-for-0 trade. That's at least 1 Rax, but I think they're going for 2. They can't get Megas. There's a T2 tower, but there's your buyback. S4, he's going to try and force them back.
Doesn't have arena for half a minute. His presence is going to be minimal here. Without the threat of arena, there's not much he can do. Maybe he spears someone out to a wall or a building. I don't know if you have the follow-up. At least you have the slam. Let's see something big here. coming out from Hanskin.
Maybe that's the opportunity, but no, the silence in from Boxy, just stopping everybody from capitalizing on the spear, and now they just jump in again, right in onto Hanskin. The crit out from Mickey, he'll lose the Aegis. He is underneath tier 4 towers. Maybe this is what they needed. They'll get the spear off. Again, in those tier 4s, Mickey, a sitting duck, Echo committed Hanskin. He's in. That's what they wanted. Liquid will get punished. Alliance, they want a bit more. It looks like they may not find it. Boxy. S4 looking for a big spear. Fisher not going to connect, and Boxy's out. Sticking around here, Boxy. All the way. Gives a bit of a love tap onto S4, and that's going to be it.
Bit clumped up from Liquid. They finally give the opportunity to Hanskin to find that slam. Alliance staying in the game, holding on to their mid set of racks. Very good defense coming out from them. It did cost a buyback, but I don't think you mind. You hold on to a key set of racks. You're only down one set. Alliance now can try to build up off the back of that momentum. Nico Baby trying to save up for what looks to be a Lincoln's now. So you're going to have more protection. And this prevents Koivka from just straight up static Link Ulixing him. You might need someone else to break that Lincoln Sphere on Nico Baby, and that should allow him to have more presence in the middle of these fights. You see what happens if he focuses PA. He rips right through the evasion. It's just not much durability, even with like 3k HP on the side of Mickey.
Mid tier 2 tower. Chipped away at now by Nico Baby. Gonna be able to finish it though. Just gonna back out. What are you going to next for this Weaver? Like you're basically 6-slotted. He's got no boots anyway. What else do you
Ags?
want? Just the Aghanim Scepter?
Ags.
Moonshard maybe?
The only... Yeah, I'd say maybe Ags, and then consider freeing up the item slot, and perhaps going for something like the Moonshard, or probably a Daedalus. Like, you just want damage to rip through the PA before you get controlled up on Nico Baby. Like, PA going for Blur Evasion, you do have 3k HP, but the Weaver, again, if it gets to focus down on Mickey, it just rips right through. So a Daedalus would help the cost massively here for Nico Baby. I do think the utility of Ags is really nice. Like lower cooldown on time lapse. You can save your other heroes. You can save your supports. Get another opportunity to turn around, take a fight. And Liquid, I mean, they're pretty strong. They're 22k up. We do have to pay respect to that power on Alliance, and it looks like they are kind of reconsidering their options, going back to farm a bit more in order to counteract that. They get some tier 4 items now as well. They get the Satanic up in Koivka. So there is more durability now on Razor on top of everything else. And just having some of these tier 4 items can be a bit of a power spike for Liquid. So have to watch that on the side of Alliance. They do have the opportunity to farm their own tier 4s. So it's not all bad. They're already pretty much farmed up as well. They've got some opportunities there. The Stormcrafter is pretty darn nice here for Hanskin. Should allow him some leeway before getting pushed down.
Oh, that is a quick phase shift, Boxy.
Ooh.
My goodness. That's just showing off now. Tiger, he's going to move in. Avalanche toss right onto S4. Here comes Mickey. That's the big one. He's going after FNG. FNG barely surviving. The fish shot saved the day, but the Dream Core now to lock him down. They get a spear onto the PA. Can they burst him down in time? Mickey very low, but the Sun Ray with the egg. Gonna save the day with the Satanic. Just too much heal. S4 and Hanskin gonna drop. Boxy. He's not done. He wants more. They always do, Liquid. There's 2 heroes without buyback, and Liquid should be aware of this.
You can see the openings Alliance has. If Nico Baby can focus on Mickey, he will fall, but not fast enough. He really does need a damage stick or something here. Mjolnir is going to be built up. The mid-racks does fall.
Mjolnir?
There is still an outer tower here. Yeah, it's the active is kind of nice, I guess, in dishing some damage out to the PA if she tries to hit you. And additional attack speed is, I guess, appreciated. But I feel like the Daedalus would have been a lot better. Just burst down to PA. Like, you saw how low Mickey dropped just from Nico Baby focusing down on him. And I think if you had more damage, you could really find that key kill. Still, Alliance, they're showing some opportunities, but the Liquid are just still on top. The Roche is a minute off. So they can just wait that minute out, get the Roche next. That should be the tree item Roche, and that's going to be big. If it's a free Ags upgrade here, could be great on Mickey or even Taiga. Would be nice with the Ags. Koivka with the Eye of the Storm upgrade helps massively with a push. And even the Phoenix, right? Like having that saving spell on Supernova, dragging someone in and having more hits to survive in the egg could be pretty darn nice as well for Liquid. So next Roche, not something Alliance wants to give away. They need some wards down in the area, and they don't really have any at the moment.
How do you fight it anyway, though?
Smoke out zone.
How are you going to fight the Roshan, though? That's my problem here for Alliance. Like, they're so far behind in net worth.
It's got to be Hanskin. Got to pull a miracle out. Blink in, slam out, and get the follow-up. Nico Baby, we've seen his damage. It is good. They just need that initial control from the Shaker. And the cleanup, I think, for Alliance is actually there. They just need an opening. And Liquid have been making it very hard to find that opening.
That they have. Alliance, they're going to posture around the Roshan pit. The Roshan is up. Double Egg is also up on Insania. The Refresher Orb on the way now on the Courier.
Ooh.
Very painful stuff. And what is that, like 4 sun rays? That 4 sun rays we're about
Yep.
to see from Insania? Toss back. It is going to be an illusion, but
Oh, no.
So they bait with the illusion. Tiger gets away anyway, and now the arena's down, and well, they've started the Roshan. I'm not sure about this. Dream Coil out, Foxy, he's gonna lock them down immediately onto the DP. There goes the Exorcism. It's all over, it looks like. S4, he's gonna drop, so will FNG. It was a desperate play for sure. S4, he knew they needed something. Fortunately, he just doesn't catch Tiger. Now with 3 heroes down without buyback, it's going to be very hard to ask for a high ground defense from Alliance.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It looks like Megas are incoming. You've got the double static link now here for Koivka. You've got the Eye of the Storm stacking potentially as well with that refresh shard. So it's really scary for Alliance to fight in here, but they've got to do something. Respawns are coming out soon, at the least for FNG and S4.
There's the Echo coming out. Hanskin, it's not really that much damage. Coil committed immediately. He'll get the Fisher out, but Mickey, he's having his way with Alliance. The game's over. They call the GG. And with that, Liquid they'll at least get the first game victory. I do mean that believes, John, that Alliance, unfortunately, will be forced into last place.
It does look like that. Again, because Neon have a full win, you need a full win to kind of force a tie. And, well, with 1 game up for Liquid, that puts Alliance on the chopping board, unfortunately. It's one heck of a way to close out the day, like having such a high-stakes match between your own brothers from the same region, right? And Alliance did have the number of Liquid last time in the DPC. They went 2-1. But that 1 game was enough to ruin it here this time around in the majors. Very well played from Alliance. They were trying to buy space out. Nico Baby just manages to find a farm to keep up. The investment in him was up and down, but it did feel like it paid off. He was doing damage. They just needed the angles. We couldn't see the angles coming out. S4 and Hanskin were trying to set up. It just came out too little too late. Liquid just getting the punishment off. Insania's Phoenix really saving the day, and Taiga's positioning, as he said, always in the right spot for Mickey to just blink out and just force these fights to go their way. So props to Liquid. Alliance, they would still want to find a win, but unfortunately, if our stats are right, this might be just the end of the journey for them already.
Well, let's go confirm that fact first. We'll have a chat with some admins. We'll see what's going on. But till then, we are going to head off to a short break. And after that break, we'll be back with game number 2 between Liquid and Alliance.